What's up, man?
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fine Point Sunday Morning Show.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, guys. I'm doing well, Zach. How about yourself?
Oh, it's been an incredible weekend for all you wrestling fans out there. I know I've been having a lot of fun. It's SummerSlam weekend, and it's the first 2-day SummerSlam. So it's both Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. So they kind of expanded WrestleMania to a couple days, I guess, over the last few years, and now they're doing that with SummerSlam too. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah. There was a call for it. It was neat, and everybody loves it. It's been great so far.
Huh, that's cool. For those of you that don't know, Zach's a pretty big WWE fan. Got the belt and everything, you know.
Well, who's the champion here? Come on, Bob.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hey, I don't know if you've seen it. I just caught it and caught a few episodes of it the other day on Netflix. Unreal. Have you seen that?
Yes, I've already watched the whole thing.
You have? Okay, yeah. So I did too. I just finished it up, I think, yesterday.
Friday night, I started watching it, and Kate went to bed, and I'm like, nope, I need to see the next one.
Right.
I thought it was really good. Honestly.
I enjoyed it actually. I'll be honest. I've been a WWF fan for many years, and
WWE.
Well, I go back to WWF days. I remember when Chief Jay Strongbow and Professor Toru Tanaka were doing it at the Lewiston Armory.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the old days. And then they'd go over to the Steer House, which is a steak restaurant in Lewiston at the time, and they'd go ahead and have dinner together and and stuff. So of course back then that was kind of hush type of stuff. Now a little bit more in the open, I think.
Yep. No, for sure. Did you hear next weekend that Tony Atlas might be getting the ring?
Oh really? Somebody had mentioned that. I think you might have actually had mentioned it. I've done a few things with Tony here in the local area, and he's a decent guy.
But the real question is he wrestling, or is he just getting in the ring? Is he gonna be the ref, or?
Geez, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still a big dude. Okay, not as big as he used to be, but he's still a big dude. But he's in his 70s now, and I'm not so sure he moves around quite as well as he used to.
No, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anybody up there wrestle that. I don't know. Well, who knows? I don't know.
That's getting along in age for sure.
I gotta be honest. They had Jelly Roll in the ring last night, and
did they?
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's funny. I think it's cool. It's good tent to grab him.
Yeah,
but it's horrible.
I
can at the end of the match when he's just dragging, he's like, oh, you could just see it. He's in pain because he's not used to this.
Yeah. So he was in an actual match?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, Logan Paul literally jumped off the top rope onto the announcer table on top of him.
Yeah, that's Logan Paul, huh? Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Man.
It was wild, but like at the end of the match, though, you can tell he's not a wrestler. You can tell they're helping him immensely. You can tell. It's like,
oh yeah, they're helping him along because he's probably gassed, totally gassed.
Well, no offense, he's not picking up no 6'5", 300-pound muscle dude and slamming him. There was a lot of distance.
No, I'm sure he's gotten in better shape since he's lost, all the weight and stuff like that.
Oh, he looks incredible.
But not in that kind of shape.
Because I remember when I first saw him, when I was introduced to him, I looked at him, I felt bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, being a bigger guy myself and understanding the drawbacks.
Sure.
I don't know how he did it. He did a lot for a big guy like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's such a jovial guy. Love to watch him and listen to him. He's quite inspirational, actually.
No, he is. He's a great person in general too. It's not even, as far as we know. I don't know. We don't see behind the scenes, but I'm assuming he's true. A good guy.
Yeah, this is true. The outward persona that we see, he seems like a really great guy, but I think it's deep down in here too. From all of his experiences and stuff. He's had a rough life for sure. But anyway, I heard a rumor. and you're perplexed.
Okay.
I heard the monthly numbers are out.
No.
Yeah, can you imagine that? It's only the third.
Come on, it usually takes. Come on, it takes.
I was expecting to go ahead and hear that sometime this week, maybe.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Amazingly, they're there. They're there. We've got the numbers. So, I think we're going to share the numbers for the market
I think
today.
Santa Claus just came, Bob, because I looked to my right. Blind in my right eye. Everybody knows that. Just a heads up, I am blind in my right eye. So if I run into you, don't just walk off. Anyways,
get on the left side, not the right.
I got my numbers on the right side of me.
Yeah.
Or my other right to you. I don't know.
But so we've got the numbers. So that's a great thing. We
I don't know, Bob. I don't know. I don't know if they're ready for this, Bob. It's pretty wild.
Is it? Okay, so you've taken a sneak peek. And I'll be honest, true transparency, we actually took a real quick look ourselves just before the show.
Come on, Bob. Yeah. Don't give it away.
Zach, you know me. I've got to be fully transparent all the time.
You could never, ever work for the WWE. You could never work.
I could come up with some pretty good storylines. No. You got me wrong, dude.
You just gave our storyline away, dude. We had a good story going. You gave it away. Anyway,
yeah. But these are our folks. These are our people here. So we've got to make sure that we're straightforward and up to date with them.
Yeah, so, probably. All right, guys.
No further ado. Let's look at the numbers.
And here we go. 3.
All right.
2, 1.
Boom. Here they go.
420, baby.
Oh, okay. So
we got 420,000. You know what that means, guys? It was
prices went down.
It was 425 last month and 425 the month before.
Yeah. So
we just put $5,000 back in the pocket.
Yeah. There you go. That's always a nice sign.
Yeah, that's a beautiful sign.
That's statewide numbers, obviously. So it's always nice to look at what the state's doing. So looking at that's kind of nice to see the price come down a little bit. I know sellers might not agree with that, but kind of that readjustment of the prices, I think is a good thing in our market for sure. But I'm looking at the closed sales; they're up.
Yeah, 6.4%.
Yeah.
So last month of 15, what was the number? Let's see. 1445 to 1538. That's a pretty good jump, honestly.
It is a good jump. And what that's meaning basically is, as a seller, more homes are being sold. So that's a good thing for you as a seller. Never mind the 5,000 drop, because that can always be made up in a number of different ways. But the closed sales is a nice indication for sellers, I think. That things are still going, their way on the seller side, but again, the $5,000 drop is a nice buyer indication too.
Of course. So basically, that's cool because for everybody, for sellers, sales going up is a great thing. That means more selling quicker. But on the flip side of it, we have some more pointers that we may be heading towards the buyer's market very gradually. Not quickly, very gradually. We got to make sure we say it. We can't say quick, Bob. Gradually.
Yeah, no, and I think you and I were talking about it just before the show that it's more of kind of a little fluttering of the market that we're seeing. Little adjustments, nothing drastic, which is a good thing because we can see a lot more control that way.
No, for sure. But then you peek down here. Here's really what's pointing towards the buyer's market. Median days on the market's up 50%.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's up 50%. So 12 days on market. That's almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right. Yeah. So that is a good indication right there. It's still not a lot of time on the market though. I mean, 12 days is still pretty quick.
Well, you figure 12 days, that's enough. So basically you get to week 1, you go through week 1, nothing, you go through the weekend. Wednesday hits, and then you make that price reduction, sells on a Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even a 6-day turnaround in our industry, by the time you get things going, it's a pretty quick turnaround.
Actually, if think about it this way, Bob, 12 days is actually a 2-week span.
Right.
So if you think of it in our things, you have a house sit on the market for a week, testing the price, because our market analysis are good information, but it's never guaranteed information.
Correct.
Just because even if you get an appraisal, an appraiser can come to your property and say your house is worth 420,000, but the real deal to know your value is the second you get the true offer and somebody's putting money on it.
Mm-hmm.
When they start putting money on it, that's when you know what your house is really worth.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the appraiser can give you an opinion of value, but that's one person's opinion of value. But at the end of the day, he's not putting money up for it. He's not trying to buy it, or she's not trying to buy it, or they are not trying to buy it.
Nope.
It's that person that comes to your door with money. That's really what determines what your house is worth. Because I don't know about you, but I've looked at many houses, and I'm like, oh man, that's gonna blow off the doors in 1 day, 2 days. We're gonna have multiple offers. Day 2, chirp, 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 chirp. There's nothing coming. What do we do?
Always expect the unexpected, right?
Yeah, no, it's just the fact of the matter. Day 1 on the market is always a test. It's always to see what the public is going to look and how they're going to determine your listing.
Yep, absolutely. So that's why it's so important to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward, that you're getting it priced correctly. And that you're also getting, all the great pictures, the descriptions, and all the other good stuff that goes along with it as well. And I'm a little biased to this, Zach, but I think that's why they should probably call us and let's talk, right?
Oh yeah, it's really never too soon, because like you're just saying, Bob, we want to get in there. We want to give you some advice. We want to make sure that you're not putting $1 million in that bedroom. That's not going to get you anything back. We want to make sure you're not out there spending $1 million in plants, because it looks good and it might help bring a buyer, but it's not going to give you any money back at the end of the day, unfortunately. Sorry, but that $500 rare apple tree is going to be a $500 rare apple tree transferring for $0.
It becomes advertising dollars.
Basically, that's about it.
The curb appeal, right?
And don't get me wrong. No offense. A nice apple tree is nice. I have nothing against plants, flowers, trees, and stuff like that. I love the beauty of them. But the reality is, when you're going to sell your house, it has nothing to do with what you like.
Yeah, your point is more return on investment.
Right. You want to look at what everybody else is going to like, not what you like.
Yep.
Because again, you're trying to get
home. Especially if you're looking at selling the home, because it really doesn't matter what you like at that point. It's more so what the market and your buyers in that market are going to be looking for and like.
One of the tricks that a home seller actually told me a long time ago. It's hard to tell everybody this, but it's almost like you've got to go in, you got to forget about what you did to your house, and you got to look at all the negatives. You got to look at all the negatives of your house. That way you feel good about giving it away.
Well, that's one of the things that we find real hard to do, I think, when we're looking at our own home.
Well, especially if you, even me, my personal home, I dumped a ton of money in it, going to sell it. You're like, oh, do I want to go do this again? And I just put a ton of money in it. They're trying to talk me down. It kind of gets emotional. It's not a good way to go.
Yep.
But again, if we can get in there ahead of time, go through the house, come up with a game plan. All right, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, they seller. Let's get the rooms painted, because we don't want that bright pink and neon green anymore.
Come on.
We're gonna wait a month to list, because that room that was painted black to look like the sky really is going to take about 17 coats of paint to get that black out. We just want to have enough time. There's too many situations where you're going to list the property and the seller is going to do a bunch of work, and literally you're trying to get pictures in between them doing work. The house isn't ready. Everybody's scrambling. It's a nightmare. You're pulling your hair out. Everybody's stressed out. That's not the experience we want or you want.
Yeah. And I laugh only because the examples that we use a lot of times are real life examples that we come across, and it's some of those things that you offer as tips along the way. People, some people listen, some people don't. But
and to piggyback off what Bob just said, this is not pointing out any direct sellers or any individual people.
Of course not.
You'll find a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers kind of meld together. Everybody's about this. They're not the same, but they're all different, but the same at the same time. It's just one of those things. You're talking big numbers. We're not talking $10,000. We're not talking $20,000. We're not even talking $150,000 anymore. We're talking between $300,000 and $500,000 typically. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a good chunk of change for sure. And it's one thing you want to make sure that when you're looking at the market, you're looking at it, from a perspective as to, how it's going to benefit you.
Of course, no, for sure. But looking at the median days in the market, this right here, this is beautiful. This is what I like to see to make it into more of a buyer's market.
Yep.
Like I said, they sit, and honestly, what's going to help is because we'll go right back really quick. We'll jump back to June, and see, 8 days.
Yep.
8 to 12 days. That's a huge jump. That's not small.
Yeah.
Usually these are going up by, they're only going up by a point. We go back one more.
Yeah, I was going to say went up by 11% that month, and then.
Oh shoot! So it's been up and down. So back in April, they were at 16 days. So maybe we're heading back towards that 16-day market, which would be nice because come on, I don't know about you, but I don't want to make a 15-second decision on a $350,000 sale. I'd like to sleep on it. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Yeah. The days of having about 8 minutes to pull the trigger hopefully gone.
I'll tell you, Bob. So it was funny because I remember there was a house in Turner. I think this was like 2015. There was a house in Turner that had been on the market, I swear, 2 years. And I'd showed it half dozen times. I had a buyer call me up, and they really liked it, but they were kind of hemming and hawing. It was kind of up in the air, kind of back and forth. I showed it to him twice. The second time, we want to think about it. I get a call the next day. We got 4 offers on the property. I'm like, what? This property's been on the market for 2 years, bro. What? No way. No way.
Now, were they legit offers? Do you know?
Yeah, it went under contract.
No kidding.
And with a backup.
Yeah, because we do hear that, from time to time from other agents. When a house has been on the market for a long time, and all of a sudden you've got somebody that you want to put an offer in, and we've got other offers now.
and we're like, bogus. No way. No way.
Sometimes you got to feel it out. But yeah, sometimes you just got to call and see what happens.
Of course, you just never know. But at the end of the day, if you're hemming and hawing about it, it's probably not the house for you. Anyways, wasn't meant to be. But
I always suggest that you gotta go in with an attitude that if it's meant to be, it'll work its way out one way or the other.
And honestly, if it's not, it won't. That's actually one of my biggest missions when I'm working with buyers, especially, is making sure that they realize it is hard not to fall in love with a house, especially if you walk in and it's got checks all the boxes, and then it's in the perfect location.
Yep.
The location is just key, man. You can change anything about a house.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to take money, but you have time too. It's not like it has to change overnight.
Yep.
But that the second you walk through those doors and you get that love, I saw it last weekend. Was it last weekend? We were at the open house.
Weeks ago flying by.
It was last weekend. We had a buyer walk through the door, and when I saw her eyes and her facial expression, I knew. I just knew.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the pool house.
Yep.
She was the only buyer that didn't look at the pool first.
Yep.
So we knew, but that's all we can talk about.
Yeah.
The rest is
but that was an interesting observation because everybody else was interested in the pool.
Oh yeah, and they walked in, they're hemming and hawing about everything. Oh, what's the bill here? What's the bill there? No, this buyer, you just knew. Fell in love with the home, the location, the layout. It felt perfect for the situation.
Yep.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I can't disclose anything more than that. But it's just it's probably my favorite observation. And honestly, that is one of the one things I love about this job. I'll never forget. I had a big burly dude, tough guy. Not going to name names of jobs because that's going to point it out. But when we closed on his house, he walked through those doors and he goes up to the kitchens, cabinets everywhere, almost like a kid in a candy store. It was just phenomenal. It's just a great feeling to know that you just made this person's dreams come true. And at the end of the day, that buyer will never move. I can tell you that. I just know they'll never move.
Right.
And that's rare. Most people move between 5 and 7 years.
Yep.
Let's jump down. We kind of talked quite a bit, but let's jump down to a couple towns, a couple counties.
Obviously, Androscoggin County is probably the one that we like to look at.
The funny thing is the state median's down, but Androscoggin's up 5.7%.
Yeah.
Not by much. It's not much. The last month it was 350, so up 20 grand. So literally, it's up the amount the state's down.
Yeah.
Sales are up 17%. Active inventory is up, so that's a great sign too. But median days on the market, this is where it's kind of hard to say we're going into a buyer's market because of this stuff right here.
Yeah, didn't move a
smidge at all. Nope. New listings, and that's another sign that doesn't help is when these numbers are down.
Come on, Androscoggin County, we got to get going.
Oh, yeah. Sell your house. Call Pine Point today.
Yeah, right. Let's get them on the market.
Let's jump down to our epicenter of Maine, Cumberland County. Median price $609,500, down 2.5%.
Yeah.
Let's just take a smidge peek just to see where that was. 625 to 609. So that's about 15 grand right there. Your closed sales are up 4.4%, and your active inventory is up too. But again, your new listings are down.
Yeah.
So that right there does not help a buyer's market at all.
No, actually, that kind of puts a little concern, for future months coming up, if that number doesn't change.
But the other flip side to this, Bob, is we're into August. People are starting to think back to school, so these numbers might slow down a little bit for this month.
Yeah.
But mid-September, you'll probably see it pop right back up. I don't know what it is, but fourth quarter is always crazy for me. I
think people getting the rest of their summer thrills out and getting ready for school kind of slows down a little bit. But once we kind of get in the the school thing, we kind of settle back in and picks back up like you said, and then kind of drops off towards the end of the year. But I find that the end of the year for me over the last couple of years actually has been a busy time.
Yeah, no, fourth quarter, towards the end of third, all of fourth, it's pretty busy usually.
Yeah.
York County down at the bottom, Maine, 550,000. It's up 3.8%. Closed sales are up. Active inventory is up. And here we go. Listings are down.
The listings, yeah.
But
that's a number we're really going to have to keep an eye on because that really might make a difference over the next few months.
Oh yeah, up. Median days on the market 35, up 35%. That's a great number right there to see. Let's head over to Oxford. So Oxford County is up 4.1%. So they were probably right around the 320, 315 mark. Let's see how good I am with that. Boom! Look at that 315 mark. Look at that. Yeah. So we'll jump back to July.
Put the calculator down.
Closed sales up 13%. Active inventory is up. But here, it's not too bad. It's 0.8, almost 1%.
Still down though.
Yeah, still down. Let's jump over to Saginaw. Say that 10 times.
They're up.
Yep. They're up 20%. What is that? I can't do that math. Let's see. What are they up? They're from 420.
That's a big jump.
Almost $100,000.
Yeah. They must have had some heavy hitters in there that last month.
They must have had some pretty big sales because me and Bob were talking about this before we came live. The big things too is if you have a month where a bunch of big like multi-million homes go, that can really affect your median too.
Yeah. Because
remember, this number is a collective number from these 46 sales. So the lower this number, the more this number moves heavily.
And again, keep in mind that the median is not an average, but it's the very middle of the very lowest number and the very highest number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because a lot of people confuse that with an average, and those two numbers can be drastically different.
So yeah, basically closed sales. So, but in a way, this really controls this, and that's actually a low number because if we jump back over to, let's just do Androscoggin County, for example, where we have almost double the sales, this number is not going to move as much with each sale. Where you go back to Saginaw, and you're only at 45 sales, so the numbers can move quick.
Yeah.
So you add a $3 million sale, which this county has a good reputation for because there's a lot of oceanfront.
Yep.
You put a $3 million sale in it, that might jump 40,000.
Yep.
You just never know.
Yeah, could happen real quick.
Yep. Let's jump up to the capital. One of the hotter markets right now for affordability. Up 3.6%, so not too bad. Holy schmacks. No change on closed sales.
That is interesting.
$129 sales, 333,000. That's not too bad. That's not a bad price right now. I know it's sickening if you go 6 years ago, but it's pretty sad. You don't even have to go back a decade and the number's cut in half.
Right. we won't have that conversation today.
No, I don't think that'll happen ever again in my lifetime.
No.
Active inventory, this is a great sign, up 25%. New listings, this is a good thing too, 4.7%. Things are moving. Yep. Great thing towards the buyer's market right here. Median days on the market up 133%. So it jumped somewhere in the
it was about 5 or 6 days last month.
Yep, 5 or 6 days last month. So that's a great predictor. Yep. Let's just see what's going on up in the Crown of Maine. We don't usually share this one too much, just because I don't know about you, Bob, but I don't like driving that far.
Well, if you're going for a scenic drive, I suppose that'd be great. But going there to show a house is is a chore. I got to get my copter out.
Yeah, pretty much. yeah, pretty much. So median sales up in the county, 169,950 is down 8.1%. So it's probably it was upwards of 175 last month. Up 22% in sales. That's a good thing. Median days on the market, it's almost like we're in a different country here.
Yeah, absolutely.
36 days on the market.
Yeah, so it went down.
Yeah, it went down.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump back down to relevancy. So another affordable choice, Franklin County. Oh, jeez.
And that's down from last month.
Franklin County, 312,000. When do we ever think that was going to happen?
Yeah.
312,000 Franklin County. That's down 13.2%. Closed sales are up. That's pretty good because you've had to have some pretty high price sales there too.
Right.
Why I always joke about this, because back when I first started real estate, I did a lot of foreclosure lockups. And back then, this was like 2011, 12, 13-ish. You could buy houses for like $5,000 in this area.
That's insane, isn't it?
I wish I would have knew, because I would have bought and bought and bought and bought, even if I had to borrow it all.
Well, you know, Zach, I will honestly say that I believe, my own personal belief, that that 10, 15 years from now, that we could be talking the same way. I wish I had bought then.
Who knows? That's the thing, Bob. You just never know.
That's the real estate market, though, Zach. We know, we both know it. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. But it never goes lower than what it was before, usually, unless you've got ghost town happening, you know.
Yep.
So real estate's a great investment. I know we have differing opinions on that, but
no, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, it's a great investment for the future because it always goes up. Yeah, I still remember people talking about buying their homes for 20 and 30 and 40 grand. I bought my first 3-family apartment building for 38.5.
38.5?
38.5. 3-family apartment building on Winter Street in Auburn. Yeah, it needed some work. I went ahead and we moved into the first floor, renovated the third floor, rented it out, renovated the second floor, rented it out, and then worked on ours. 2 years later, sold it for $20,000 profit.
So you want to sell it now? I'll buy right now, Bob.
I would love to still own the property now at what I bought it then at today's prices.
I'll buy it for $40,000. I'll give you $45,000.
Yeah, I don't own it anymore, so
that's too bad. Oh
yeah,
well.
Yeah. I sold it 2 years later and made a $20,000 profit. So hey, can't beat that.
Just jumping around here. I can't believe some of the pricing. Knox County, Lincoln County. It's just crazy.
So the pricing, I guess, the takeaway here is the pricing is down at median over the state, down a little bit from last month.
Oh, here we go. Somerset County is a good county to go to for affordability.
Yep.
Isn't that Skowhegan?
I believe it is.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Once you
anyway,
start
Somerset
up there,
County probably one of your more affordable counties.
Yeah. But
yeah.
All right. So I'm heading out here for my grandson's 21st birthday party.
What are we doing?
We're having a pool party and a barbecue, and Nancy went ahead and made a cake. We picked up a few little mini red Solo cups.
So we're not going to Jay or Westbrook?
Some of the nips. No, we're not going there. No. Now he'll actually turn 21 tomorrow, so we'd have to wait.
We couldn't do that.
Yeah, but and Nancy made him a cake, and we've got the little mini red Solo cups and little nips that we're going to actually decorate the top with it, nice. Kind of like candles. I'd enjoy that, I think.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably go put my shoes on, change into my work stuff, and I'm gonna go mow the lawn so I don't pull into my driveway with the "Welcome to the Jungle" song going.
That might be interesting.
I have tried to mow my lawn. I don't know how many times, and every time I go to do it, it pours.
Yeah. It never fails. Yeah.
So
when you have time, it doesn't have time for you.
But hey, guys, until next time, if you want any real estate advice, have any questions, write to us, comment on us. We'll check out your comments. If you want us to talk about anything special in the show, we'd love to help you. Hey, if you want to come on the show, let us know. Maybe we can have a good interview. We can make that happen too. Yeah, we'd love to answer your questions live on a show. That'd be great. Yeah, maybe we can set up a ring. We can do a body slam session. No. Only if you put up the belt. I'm a horrible champion. I don't want to put my belt up. All right, then. Until next time, guys. Hey, remember, talk is free. Call us anytime and enjoy the rest of the weekend. All right. Take care now.